Smudge's Grumpy Day by Miriam Moss, illustrated by Lynn Chapman. Smudge jumped out of bed. "Ow!" she said, stubbing her toe on the chair. "Oh no!" she cried as she opened the curtains. It was pouring with rain. Now she would be stuck inside all day. Smudge got dressed in a fed-up sort of way. Then she looked in the mirror. Every single button was done up wrongly. "Oh, bother! Bother! Bother!" she shouted crossly. "Good morning," smiled Stripe. "Bad morning," said Smudge. "What's the matter?" asked Stripe. "Everything," replied Smudge grumpily. "Have some breakfast," said Stripe. "I don't want any," Smudge said. Stripe cut some bread. "What shall we do today?" he asked. "Not answer any more questions," said Smudge rudely. "What is the matter?" said Stripe. "Can I help?" "No, you can't," Smudge said, looking cross. "If you're going to be rude," said Stripe calmly, "perhaps you'd better go and do it somewhere else." "I will go somewhere else," Smudge cried, stomping out of the room. "And I won't come back ever." Slam! Went the back door as Smudge left home. She marched across the lawn, down the path towards the river. The rain trickled under her collar and down her neck. Smudge stood by the river for a long time, watching the water flow by and feeling miserable. Suddenly, Goose paddled up. "Hello, Goose," said Smudge. "I'm glad to see you." "Are you?" said Goose. "Why?" "Because I've just left home," announced Smudge. "Goodness," said Goose. "Forever?" "Forever," said Smudge. Smudge wiped the rain from her eyes. "Well, why don't we go and play in your treehouse?" Goose suggested. Smudge smiled. "Okay," she said. Soon, Smudge forgot about being grumpy and miserable, as she was having such a lovely time with Goose. Hare and Mole rode around the bend in the river. "Ahoy there!" shouted Hare. "Come and play pirates with us." Smudge and Goose climbed aboard. "Smudge has left home," said Goose. "Oh dear," Mole gasped, looking worried. "Forever?" asked Hare. "I think so," said Smudge. They had a great time playing pirates, and somehow Goose always ended up walking the plank. Then it began to get dark. "Smudge, why don't you go home? Just for tonight," suggested Mole as they rode home. "I don't think I can. I told Stripe I wouldn't ever come back," explained Smudge. "Then you'll have to stay the night in your treehouse," cried Hare. "I bet you're brave enough." Smudge looked very unsure. But there was nothing else for it. Up in the treehouse, Smudge watched the dark swallow her friends up as they walked away home. Suddenly, something below went crack! Smudge froze. Something was coming to get her. She shut her eyes. "Hello," said Stripe. "I've brought your supper." He poured them some lovely hot soup, and they sat sipping it together. Smudge soon felt a warm glow growing inside her. "I was a bit grumpy this morning, wasn't I?" Smudge said. "Yes, but everyone is sometimes," Stripe said gently. "I didn't run away far away," continued Smudge, "because I missed you." "I missed you too," smiled Stripe. "When we've had supper, shall we go home?" And they went home and lived happily ever after. The end.